Hi everyone, I am Manish Pandey. Welcome back to the UiPath Document Understanding series. So far we have learned how to extract the data from documents and validate it. Now after that, the final step, the final component of the DU framework, that is export. We are going to export the data that we have extracted from the documents. And in this video I will show you how to export that extracted result to Excel file. So let me open UiPath Studio. So we are in the for each activity where like one classification results will be picked up, and then data will be extracted from that document, and then it will validate. After that we need to extract the data. Correct. So in the for each activity itself, we'll take here that activity, but before that let me add log message. Now to export the results from the extraction, so you see that here using the present validation we got this validated extraction result. Now if we are sending the results, that extraction result, to the reviewer for validation, and then we are getting another value, another variable as output. Now if we already have confidence score more than 95%, then it will skip that part and come with go here. Now you'll see we have two variable, one validated extraction result and second extraction result, which is automatic extraction result, which is coming from this data extraction scope. So what we need to do, we'll take here one assign activity just to make it one variable for the extraction, and here in the else part, so if it is less than 95, then it will present the extraction result for the validation to human, and human will validate that, and then data will be stored in the validated. Now if you want to go with this validated one, so what we need to do, that in the else part we need to pass that extraction result to the validated extraction result so that we can use it, this one. Or if you want to use this variable, so what you need to do, you need to take this value and assign to the extraction result. Correct. Now we are ready to use this one. Now to export that, we need to search for export extraction result, this one. This is a part of document understanding. Now let's drag and drop. Now here you see input we need to pass as a extraction result. So here you can take that automatic extraction result, or you can take the validated one. So we have already set it this way. So I will put here validated extraction result and output as a data set. So what is the data set? Data set basically a variable which we can say a collection of data, right? Which contains multiple tables and then its type of fields and values, those things. I will show you once I will debug this, then I will show you how it looks like. So we'll create one variable called extraction. Right side you can see a few more. In the miscellaneous we have include confidence, include OCR confidence. Now if you check this checkbox, include confidence, then for each field, let's say we are exporting, we are extracting the data for 5 fields like invoice number, invoice date, customer name, customer address, total amount 5, right? So for each field there is a confidence assigned to that. So if you check this one, confidence, so against each field you will see the confidence, means first column for invoice number, second column you will see as a second field as a confidence, like it will say invoice number hyphen confidence, and then you will get the value. Same way for OCR confidence, you will get OCR confidence in that export results. Okay, so I can show you this way. So first I will go with both the one so that I can show you how it looks like, and then after that we'll set a fresh one. Now we need to export that. We need to write that data into Excel file. For that we need to install a package for Excel. Currently we don't have that one. I'm just using this system activity package, and then intelligent OCR package. Now we'll search for uipath.xl.activities, this one, and we'll quickly install that. Okay, so this has been installed now. Let's search for an activity to write the data. So we'll search for write range. So this is a part of workbook. If you want to go with the classic, you can also search for the classic one, and you'll see here it's a part of app integration, which is this one, write range. So I'll take this one, write range workbook. Now here we need to pass that Excel file path where you want to export that result. So what I will do, I will go to this, I'll go to the desktop, and I will just create a new workbook file. This one I will say du data. Correct? I will select that one. Now seat name, I want to take a seat name. So let's say I'll say seat 1. Now data table. So currently you can see we have data set. Now to show you that how we can write here data, pass the data table, I need to first disable that, and then we'll reach to this activity first. For that I need to debug that so that I can explain you this data set variable and what does it contain. Let me add a breakpoint and let's debug this. Okay, so let's validate this. So this looks good. Date, if you want to change it, I can change it here. I'll go here, select that, change the extracted value, and then for customer name, I need to take both the name into one. Instead of going with the two label, I'll go with one itself, and then I will change that. So it will look like this. The first name, this one, and then this one. If you want to say it should be like comma, I can put a comma here. So next time it will take this way. So this one, comma, this one. Okay, now select this. This looks correct. And then this amount, we need to change that because it has comma. And let's change that value. Correct. And let's submit it. After that, we are here in the export extraction result. Let's step into. Now open that extraction data set. Search for that extraction data set. Okay, this is the data set, right? Open this. Now you see here, we have two tables we can say in the data set. One for the simple fields, second for simple fields formatted. This is without formatting, but the second one with the formatted value. Means you see here, here we have this is without formatting unformatted data which has the slash in the date, and here in the invoice date it has the hyphen set, means this is formatted. Here this says that 171 space 725 comma 00 total amount, but this one in the formatted one space is not there, means it has trimmed that data, it has formatted correctly, and then comma, it has considered the comma as a dot because this is not thousand separator. Correct? Thousand separator is something like it looks different. Let's say if amount is 10,000, so it should be 10 comma 000, right? If it is 100,000, so 100 comma 000, like that. So if we go with that, means this is actually it should be dot. That's why it has formatted that one automatically. Now it's up to you which fields you want to write to your Excel file. Do you want to go with the original records that you have extracted based on your document, or you want to go with the formatted one? If you want, you can store both the data in Excel file, and based on your requirement, you can use that specific sheet, specific data. Now, as we talked about the confidence and OCR confidence. So first field, you can see this is invoice number, it has the value. Second, invoice number hyphen confidence and the value, that confidence value, that is 100%. One means 100%. And then one more field for the same field, invoice number hyphen OCR confidence is 1, means OCR confidence is also 100% and confidence also 100%. Because we have extracted that and validated, that's why we have 100% everywhere. But if anywhere you are not validating that, then you will get the actual value like 0.92, 0.75, 0.98, like that. Write these two in your Excel file, but change the seat name. We can say instead of putting as seat 1, seat 2, we can change that with the name simple fields and simple fields formatted. And for that, how we can get that? You need to go to the watch and search here. We have extraction. Okay, it seems the this one spelling mistake. Now, if we need that simple fields, so I need to write here dot. So the data set dot, and if I write here tables, so you see what happens here. If I write just tables, and now it taking this as a data table collection. Now it changed from the data set to data table collection. Understand this way. Now it has only the fields. So first data table, this one, and second one. Correct? Now, if I say data table of index of 0 means the tables of 0, so it will give you the first record, that is simple fields. This is without formatted. See, so we have only one data fields, data tables, data. If you'll say 1, so it will have the formatted fields, this one. Now we need that name. So I'll say dataset dot, let me open this way, dataset variable dot tables of, let's say I want to go with the data table of 0 dot, I'll say table name. So I want the table name for the first data table, you can say. And now you see here we got that name, simple fields. Now I want the second one, so I will say 1. So this will give us result as a simple fields formatted. Now let's copy this and paste it in the notepad. So this is for formatted, and copy this, and if I'll say 0, then this will just be simple fields, not formatted one. And now you saw that about the confidence. I will uncheck this because I don't need the OCR confidence, because I have already added a if activity to check that it should be if less than 95, so we'll show that validation station to human, and human can validate and make it 100%. So I don't need this confidence score in my actual data. After that, let me enable this, and instead of writing seat 1, I will write this one. Sorry, I will take this one, table of dataset dot tables of 0 dot table name. So this is table name, which will give me first as a seat as a simple field, and then here I will write the data table as a this one, extraction dot tables of 0, which is actually a data table, means collection of data table. So we are taking from the collection first data tables of 0, we can say. Okay, now from the options we set add headers, so that we can have invoice number, invoice date, customer name, customer address, total amount. Now I'll copy the same activity again and paste it here, but this time I'll say I want to type second, I want to write second data, which means that formatted as well. So I will say tables of 1 and table name. Now this time data table again, this will be tables of 1, means second data table from the collection. Got it. Again this will be add headers. If you uncheck this, you will not get data in the correct format. You will just see that your data, not the headers. Now we are ready to run that. So let's quickly run it. Let's quickly validate it. So this is correct. For this one, I can say take it from this way, change the extractor, select that, change that. I will put here one comma, or I can say and. Address looks correct. For amount, I will go with this way, change that, submit it. Now after that, you see it has exported that result and written to the Excel file. Let's open that Excel file here, du.data, du_data, that Excel file. Let's remove this sheet. And now we have two sheets. One simple fields and second simple fields formatted. First one and second one. Let's validate the first one. So we have invoice number 2170, invoice date, the second value, that is the first name, the first customer name and second customer name, address, and the value, the total amount, which has the space between the two digit and then comma. Now in the simple fields formatted one, you see number, date changed to this format, customer names, address, and this one. Now it has, you see, there is no space, and then it has replaced that comma with the dot. Correct? So it has the basically data set contains this uh, the collection of data set, including the fields and its values. So this way you can export the data from extraction result to the Excel file. You can write it to anywhere, and after that add that item to the queue, and other your performer board can read that, get the transition from there, and start writing this data which you have exported into your SAP system or any ERP system. You have completed the journey from taxonomy to data consumption. Got it? So you learned here the complete UiPath document understanding. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video.